A one, a two, a un, dos, tres, cuatro, bottom boys,
Bottom boys, bottom boys coming at you, girl, girl, girl. Bottom boys, oh, bottom boys coming at you, boy as well, and girl. Bottom boys, bottom boys, bottom boys. Yeah, woo!
If you can't tell, the Bottom Boys have upgraded.
Oh yeah,
We have new microphones. We sound more sonorous, more rich, in both senses of the word.
I still sound broke.
We
After the microphones were broke.
Listen, if that came in really loud, that's on me. But I don't know. I had fun with it regardless. But we're back, and we're going back in time today. We're going to talk a little bit about time travel. But before we get going, I want to make sure everybody knows that we have the BottomBoysCast.com, where you can pick up all of your Arson Club and Bottom Boys needs, such as t-shirts, stickers, and more.
Yeah, get a freaking t-shirt, get some shit, become a member. That's the only way to be a member, right there.
An official member of the Arson Club, an official bottom boy or girl, or neither, whatever it is you prefer to be. Also, November 24th, Black Friday. You're gonna be stuffed full of turkey that was stuffed full of stuffing, and listen, you're gonna be tired of your family, but you can still bring them if you want. We want them to be there too.
Yeah, bring the whole family.
Bring grandma.
Bring the baby.
Yeah, bring the baby.
Bring the baby.
The whole kids table can come. They'll love it.
Drunk uncle.
Yeah, drunk uncle will really love it. I feel like we're mostly for grandmas and drunk uncles, but yeah, we'll be at the Rhino, November 24th, at 8 p.m. So
KC.
Yep, get them tickets, rhinokc.com. I don't think the event's up yet, but it will be soon. It might be up by the time this posts. Who knows? Anything else that we have to plug?
Plugging wise, I don't know.
Nope, I don't think so. So what's been happening? Crappening.
I had COVID. I got COVID.
Yeah.
That sucked.
So like that last episode, when we were talking about the end of the world and a plague spreading, and everything ending. Afterwards, I get a call or a text. It was a call from Paul, and he's like, "Hey, I started coughing in the middle of that episode. I got COVID," and I was like, "Oh shit!" I did not get it. It didn't hit me at all.
I couldn't stop coughing. There's like, what's happening? So I thought I'd just check.
So if you listen to episode 10, you can hear the moment of realization that COVID had taken its grasps over Paul. I ended up safe. I actually didn't text Cody.
I texted
sure
Cody. There was one point. If you go to the episode, you can see like, oh, I spit on you, Cody. I literally spit on him. So I was like, Jesus.
And manslaughter.
Man, I felt horrible.
About
freaking
it's fine. He's booked on the show. So.
He was cool. He was cool with that. I don't think he got it either.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, we both lucked out. Really, I just maybe you just don't spread it.
Yeah,
Paul,
I guess so.
Paul don't spread. Paul keeps it tight.
I mean, it wasn't very bad with me. I didn't have anything.
Yeah,
just that coughing.
Kept it tight.
Well,
yeah.
It's Halloween.
It is Halloween.
You carving pumpkins?
Well, I tried to carve a pumpkin. I made a TikTok of it. I was putting peanut butter all up in the pumpkin. I tried to make the squirrels carve the pumpkin for me, like eat the holes, like eat the jack-o'-lantern face.
So you didn't have to do it?
Yeah. And now I just have a pumpkin with a giant hole in the front.
Because they ate the whole damn thing.
They follow no instructions. This isn't paint by numbers.
Leonardo's in those
this isn't some fucking Bob Ross
section.
No. They went all in, full buffet, munched the pumpkin. So I've got like a half weird, rotten, moldy pumpkin for my jack-o'-lantern. I might just stick a candle in it anyway.
You should try to. should try to get the turtles to feed on it. Those guys.
That's
named
true.
after.
They're all Renaissance artists. Them turtles. Yeah, you can get your Leo, your Raph, your Mike. Mm-hmm.
You'd have this big Rubenesque.
Fuck Donatello. Fuck Donatello.
Just a story before you
I
get
want to hear it.
too into it.
I'm
which
way
you're
into
aware
it.
of it. I'd like to Halloween. This was, I don't know, 5, 6 years ago, 7 years ago.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so everybody, we all as a group,
Uh-huh.
decided to do Halloween, dress up,
Yeah.
and go and pass out candy and stuff to the kids. Everybody
time.
dress up. And
Maybe do a
somebody was like,
theme.
"Let's do a theme."
Yeah,
and then
let's take a whole team outfit.
yeah,
right?
let's do let's.
What'd
and then
we
they
pick?
decided
What'd
on
we pick?
SpongeBob.
Oh yeah,
The theme was SpongeBob.
SpongeBob. Mm-hmm. I was supposed to be Patrick. I would assume.
Yeah, you
I
guys-
feel like I'd be a good Patrick. Like
I think Patrick is what you had.
SpongeBob.
I think maybe Amber had SpongeBob, and some. They were all by the time it
someone
got
was
to me.
Sandy Squirrel, right?
By the time it got somebody was Sandy. By the time I got like towards the last pick.
Yeah, who'd you
so
pick?
I didn't get to pick. It was like the last person there. I got Mr. Krabs. Freaking Mmr. Krabs.
Okay, yeah, he's a good character.
Yeah, he's
He
a great
owns
character.
the Krusty
he
Krab.
He does own it.
Yeah.
But I spent like a friggin' a lot of time. I did a whole big paper mache mask and had the whole
It was
suit
incredible. It was
and the whole
so
deal
good. He had a
for
big claw.
Krusty Krabs,
He
and
did.
I'll probably on the video. I got a
Yeah,
picture.
we got
I'll
some-
put up
we got
a
some
picture
pictures.
of what it looked like. And I got there. I was on this crab suit. I looked like him. Had his eyes, big eyes coming out.
It was
And then-
incredible. It looked great.
Yeah.
Like he put in the time, and he showed up to a house that had a Mario, and I think some people not in outfits at all.
yeah, mostly not dressed at all. Yeah, I think maybe you did do Mario.
Yeah, I feel like I probably did because that was just always in my closet for sexual reasons. And no, and it sucks for you because, like you said, you got to pick last. So it's not like you got to show up and be Patrick Star, for example. That would be fine. He's got his own show. SpongeBob, sure, that's a normal costume to be by yourself. Plankton, I mean, maybe if you're the weird kid that likes strawberry
Plankton.
ice cream, you might be Plankton, but Mr. Krabs
I was
is
sitting
not
there
who you
just
dress
passing
as
out candy,
alone.
dressed as Mr. Krabs by himself.
You had to pick the last costume on the rack. That's what you got. You got the last toy, the Dr. Death Steve Williams that no one wanted to buy.
Yep.
Sorry, Paul. Paul is an excellent costumer, though. Like he has an excellent history of costumes. He was
go
Gold
for it.
Dust.
If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna
He
go
goes
for
all
it.
in. I saw him. He was Gold Dust at my 30th birthday. That was gold themed birthday. I've seen him be a donkey puncher. I've seen him be the kid from Up. I've seen him be
I
a
look exactly like the
penis.
kid from Up,
I have
actually.
we literally have a shirt that's just Paul dressed in outfits that I've worn so many times you can barely tell it's you anymore. But like that was from your birthday last year. But yeah, Paul is a costume guru. So his Mr. Crab was way better than it had any
I
right
didn't realize
to be.
how many costumes I had until he brought that shirt. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you were like a panda. Yeah, tons of shit. It was
Yeah.
great. I mean, that's your versatility right there, Paul.
Yeah, I'm versatile.
Yeah, you are the Meryl Streep of Halloween and other events.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a real.
if you need someone to fill a role that you know could fill any role, as far as costumes go,
First costumes.
call
Yeah,
Paul.
Paul. It's a real Sophie's choice.
It's
Paul. That was a Meryl Streep reference. Sorry.
I mean, I got it, right?
Yeah.
People know that one, right?
I guess. I don't know.
Sure. It was a real murder in the building.
Oh, yeah. She's in the new one, isn't she?
Oh, I'm yanking everything off the table right now. Look at the video.
Oh,
Look,
shoot.
I'm gonna look at the camera while I look like a fool. Ah! Okay, so today, while I'm picking myself back up, we're talking about time travel. Time travel. So, what's your favorite time travel movie? Let's just start there.
My favorite time travel movie?
What's your favorite one?
Okay. Well, I think my favorite one is, I'm going to say my favorite one being, because I'm a Browns fan,
Oh, yeah?
Hot Tub Time Machine.
Yeah, uh-huh. It's a
Where-
great movie.
It's
I
a
love
good
that
movie. But I specifically like it as a Browns fan because they go back in time
Uh-huh.
and fuck shit up and make it so that, not on purpose, but they make it so the Browns go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's like a butterfly effect thing where the stuff they did made the Browns Super Bowl champions.
Well, they bet on, they went there and they were bet because it was the famous game, the drive between Denver and the Browns, and he was trying to make money on it by betting on it. And then he was like, I bet Elway drives this last one and makes a touchdown. But then I don't know what the deal was.
Yeah.
It's because they were betting on it, I guess.
Yeah, so that changed.
That changed some shit. Then a squirrel ran out on the deal and made that not happen.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, they didn't mention it, the rest of the deal, but...
It's like that. It's like that episode of The Simpsons where Homer accidentally goes back in time and he steps on the thing and goes back to the future and everything's fucked up and he's like, "Oh God, I wish I didn't squish that fish." But this time the Browns won the Super Bowl.
They did, yeah, and they've not been ever. So
right. I mean, of course, will they ever be? Do you think? Think they get it?
Man,
if you could travel time, would you do that?
They're doing well this year.
Hey, they're not doing bad.
Yeah, but I mean, man.
I know, you've been in and out. You've been in and out because they make a lot of bad decisions. I get it.
Yeah, I just can't root for Watson, so.
Yeah, I mean, scumbag. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. I get that.
I can't root for him, so it makes it fucking shitty.
Yeah.
So, but.
Until he's gone. But once he's gone, is he gone?
No, he's not gone.
Yeah,
I think they paid him like the most money in the fucking world.
But I mean, I guess,
and then they're like, "We're gonna have you for 5 years or something."
Wow.
I don't even know.
They probably gave him one of those Mahomes contracts, knowing the Browns. My favorite one. No, you're good.
Okay.
My favorite not hot tub movie.
Your favorite hot tub?
My favorite hot tub movie is Hot Tub Time Machine, but my favorite time travel movie, I do love Hot Tub Time Machine, is Back to the Future. Always will
Classic.
be. I feel like ours have similar vibes in like the actual theory behind time travel, right? Both of ours are ones where they go back and they do something and it actually changes things into the future.
Yeah.
Now, do you think in those movies they're actually going back in their own universe and changing something, and it just is deleting what was there before, or is it a different universe? That's always
the
been
movies they do.
Yeah, right.
Because they go back and then they
just delete
changed
it, right.
Whenever they do. They just delete it.
Like Michael J. Fox
changed.
starts disappearing at different points. Like when he thinks his parents aren't going to get together, like he legitimately starts going away.
And then the Hot Tub Time Machine, they start disappearing if they're dead, like he wasn't born, like the one kid got in. I know this because I know it's probably gonna lie, but last night I spent
you watched both
Hot Tub Time Machines.
I feel like the second one was better than it got credit. I mean, it's not good. It's not good.
and I watched Back to Future 3.
Of all of them, that's the one you picked.
Yeah, that was the one that I saw. So.
Listen, all right. Hey, it was fine. I feel like because after that, it becomes a different thing where he can like go around. Whatever. Listen, but like, yeah. What do you think? If we could travel time, do you think we could actually alter our own timeline, or do you think it would basically you'd be forced to be going to a different universe?
Well, they have that. Before you far into that part of the deal, I had a couple. I had one more.
Yeah.
Time Crimes movie. That's one of my favorite time movies.
It's called Time Crimes?
Time Crimes. I just wanted to recommend it to you, really, and whoever's out there.
What is it?
It's like a Spanish movie.
Okay.
And it's tough for me to explain without like ruining it. And it's like a mind-bending type of deal.
Okay.
There's this dude, and he's at his house with his wife, and they're sunning or something. His wife goes to the store, and he sees some girl disrobing, and he goes to investigate. And then then he sees, and then then he finds her like unconscious, and he's like, "Oh, what's happening here?" And then some guy with a that's all wrapped up like a mummy and a knife tries to stab him, and then he
This sounds insane.
Yeah, I know, and that has nothing to do with time. But then he runs off. But then he runs off and he finds his house, and some dude on a walkie-talkie tells him, "Hey, this dude is outside trying to kill you with this knife. You need to get in this machine, hide in this machine." And he hides in the machine, and it's a freaking time machine.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and then it just gets all kinds of friggin'...
Oh, and then it gets weird after.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Then it gets weird.
After the guy watches a girl strip in the store and gets stabbed by a mummy.
She's not in the
he
store.
Time travels.
She's in the woods.
Oh, okay.
He sees her in the woods.
So after he watches a girl get naked in the woods and gets stabbed by a mummy, he accidentally time travels, and then the movie gets weird.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I'm in.
Right. In the
I'm
time
way
machine.
into that shit.
Sorry, I just wanted to recommend that movie. Mm-hmm. What's your other time, before we get...
My other time travel movies, I always liked Time Machine, even though it's not that good of a movie.
Hot Tub Time Machine? Yeah.
No, not Hot Tub Time Machine, just the regular
just Time
one.
Machine.
Yeah,
Like the old one?
No, I
one
watched
with...
the Guy Pearce one.
Yeah,
and
the
it's
Guy
not
Pearce
good,
Yeah.
but like, it came out when I was in high school, so that was just the one that I watched. I liked the book. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like the vibes of it. How its structure is, if you go back and try to change things, the main things are still going to happen. They might happen a little differently, but you can't really change like the major events of your life. And to some extent, I guess that makes a lot of sense to me. So I've always kind of liked that.
Well, I think it's like, if I had to choose how it works,
Yeah.
you know, because they have that. There's the grandfather paradox.
Yeah,
deal, you know?
sure. Can you be your own grandpa? Like when Fry from Futurama goes back and fucks his grandma?
Well, no, not that one. Not fucking your own grandpa.
Because he definitely did do that.
If you go back and, like, kill your grandpa.
Oh, right.
Yeah, if you go back and kill your grandpa, then you officially have kept him...
From making
procreating
you, which means you could have never gone back in time to kill him, which means he's alive again. Yeah.
But I think what makes more sense to me is if you were, if you go into the back, that things will try to fix themselves.
Yeah.
To
like it
accommodate, that butterfly effect,
like
type
heal
of
the
deal.
scar as much as it could.
No, yeah. Right. That so that any of the major things or whatever will keep happening. We'll go ahead and it'll happen.
Hold on, call back though.
Okay.
Mandela effects, right?
Oh yeah.
So if time travel's real and people do change small things or change anything, but then the timeline is doing what it can to heal back, maybe that's why there's these group misremembrance. Like maybe that group misremembrance is happening because the timeline's trying to heal itself. Or I'm listening.
Or back to our AI one.
Uh-huh.
Where maybe you go back and maybe instead of like in Loki there's Loki show, they do it
they branch off.
They branch off, and you get a different deal.
New timeline.
New timeline starting with that.
So it's like we're cells almost, and we just keep constantly splitting and.
But that's a lot of splitting.
Oh, no doubt. It's an infinite. It's an infinite amount
splitting.
It's because when you think about it, it's not just like I feel like when we think about it, it's like oh yeah, but it's like the major decisions. Did I marry this person? Did I kill this person? But no, it's every little thing. It's did I say this word or that word? It's did I hesitate? Did I hiccup? Did I take a breath now or later? Like it's down to the molecular level. One little thing could change everything.
Right. Or maybe
so that would be so many branches that it's impossible to fathom it.
Think about it. And then why well I mean I guess or it could be like if you go back like maybe like a video game.
Okay.
Where you play the AI version where you do the video game, you play a video game, and you're like, fuck, and you go back to
like Skyrim, like you
part, or
got all your different saves and your different, like you're about to go fight a boss, and
maybe you forgot to save, but you go back to save, so then you lose that whole part of you, so then it starts over from
a fresh
where
port.
You went to.
Okay,
and then so it's like whatever is happening is not going to happen. Unless it is like a video game and it's
and
like
it could happen
linear
again the same,
and everything's happened there, but you are going to do different stuff. Maybe
it could happen the same
you
but
just
differently.
Can't get there.
No matter what, like the main storyline, it's kind of like Into the Spider-Verse, right? Now that's a multiversal thing.
Yeah.
But like it's about how you had the canon events. Like no matter what, you've got your main things that are gonna happen to each person, and everything else in between and how you get there might be a little funky. It's kind of like when you improv a scene or whatever, but you go up there knowing where you're starting and where you're going.
Okay.
Everything in between. Yeah. That's
Dungeons
where
and Dragons, that's what they do.
Yeah,
they give
absolutely.
you they get the layout. You get the layout.
You know where you're going.
And you're going from here, and then you got an end spot.
Yeah, and you want to build everything
You got
in the
an
middle.
A to Z.
Yeah.
B to
Fill in that alphabet.
Y. You got a friggin'.
Mm-hmm. That's your story. You get to rearrange the letters.
Yeah. It doesn't make so much difference as long as you get to here.
Yeah.
As long as you get this part.
And then maybe that's how time works. And maybe that's
what do
that's
you think?
how.
What do you think?
I'm personally, and this is something I talk about all the time. I am a believer in the multiversal theory. I believe there is an infinite number of universes. I believe that it is such an incredibly large number of infinite numbers, like I was talking about before, that we almost don't notice that we transfer between universes from time to time. I think that's what causes Mandela effects. I think that we often die in ways and reawaken in a similar universe. I believe in quantum immortality. And that's just because I'm afraid of death. And so, for me, time travel would be traveling between universes. For me, that's what it is. If you time travel, you're not really bending time. I think you're bending space.
So you wouldn't change yourself, you don't think so?
I don't think you can. I think you would be like Doctor Who, Cable from the X-Men, guys like that who, no matter how much traveling they do, and they're constantly doing it, they're still the same. So their timeline is just like... Their timeline is, what did they call it in... The Good Place at the end. Jeremy Bearimy. Their timeline is all over the place. It goes in between different universes. They're jumping in and out. They know people in different places. Different versions of them are also jumping in and out. So, I think, it's if you can time travel, I think that's why we don't have time travel. Right?
Do you think we don't have time travel?
No, I think we did. Many times. I think many people have time traveled and never come back.
Oh, you just can't come back.
Yeah, because they go to a different universe.
I don't think so.
That's what I think, though.
I don't think so.
What do you think?
Well, I don't think... The reason I don't think that is because... what do people always say when you go, if you go back in time, what would you do? And they're like, I go back and kill Hitler. Right?
Yeah.
Well, Hitler hadn't been killed. If all those people... or one to go back in time and kill Hitler.
Yeah. That's why I think
he would have been dead.
Well, right. That's why I think we've had it, but they're not going back in our own timeline because that's impossible. They're trying to go back to kill Hitler. Well, they're going to a different universe, and they're killing Hitler and creating a universe where he doesn't exist. Yeah. So we're still here in the universe where Hitler was.
So they didn't do shit.
Right. But in these other universes, so they're going back and killing the different guy, honestly.
Yeah.
So that's what I think they're doing. Would you go back in time and kill Hitler? Let's do that. Let's talk about that part.
Would I go back in time and kill Hitler?
Yeah, like baby Hitler.
Baby Hitler?
Yeah, go back in time. You're baby Hitler. He's sleeping in his crib. He's looking up at his little thing.
So I got to kill baby Hitler because I probably couldn't get close enough to kill actual Hitler.
Right.
Plus, that's probably too late anyway. At that point.
At that point, we're fucked. Someone else is taking his place. Goebbels or some shit.
Yeah.
So baby Hitler.
You gonna kill baby Hitler?
Pre-art school, baby Hitler.
Go off there.
Can you do it?
Well, I mean, if I had the choice, okay. Because here's the thing: I would have to, number one,
get over the fact that you're killing a baby.
Well. Yeah, well, I have to get there first.
Yeah, well, sure. Obviously,
okay. I have to get there first.
Originally,
so I've got to time travel. I've got to time travel, and then I got to be able to get over that. When was he born? 18
so
something?
So we're looking at, sure. No, I mean,
late 1800s?
Sure, probably.
Late 1800s he's
that was
born?
the 1940s. So
I'm here in Missouri.
Okay, but let's assume you can travel time and space. Let's assume.
So now we're doing space deals, too.
So we're assuming. We'll just assume that you are in position.
Okay.
Assuming you're in the position, you actually are there with baby Hitler and have the opportunity.
Okay. I'm able to get there.
You're
I know
there.
where the hell
you have
is
the
address.
opportunity.
I know where he lives.
Yeah, no one's. You have the. No one's around. It's just you and baby Hitler somehow.
And I can save.
You could,
whatever.
Yeah, and you can kill him if you want.
You know what I'm going to do?
Uh-huh.
Not kill. I wouldn't kill Hitler. I'm going on the deal to say I would not kill
Okay, let's hear
Hitler.
it. What's your plan?
My plan is, why do you got to kill him? For one,
you don't have to.
How about just kidnap his ass? I'd rather kidnap his ass.
This is what Amber says. Amber wants to kidnap him and train him. She wants to
train him.
Yeah, teach him to be a good boy. She wants to make Hitler a good boy.
Just get him somewhere where he can have different upbringings.
Yeah, I mean, get him adopted by a Jewish family, right?
But that also goes through there. I guess it's not as bad as killing.
Yeah, it's not as bad as killing. It's not as bad as killing, and it's better than... I think that's a great option. I'm with you. Let's kidnap Hitler, and then give him a different name. Because honestly, Adolf Hitler, ew.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm kidnapping Hitler, Adolf Keck at least. And I'm probably not keeping Adolf. That sounds gross, too.
That dude had to freaking know how to talk, because
his name rhymed with Shitler.
Yeah. Shitler.
What a dork.
And that mustache.
And he had a Shitler mustache. Yeah. What the fuck?
Why the fuck would people
literally, I feel like right now I'm having a 1930s Germany Trump moment where I'm like, this guy? This is the fucking guy? Yeah. This fucking guy? Yeah, I'm with you. I'm not killing baby Hitler. Use his powers for good.
Obviously has some powers. I guess he's... Maybe he had a genie wish.
Yeah, he might have had a monkey paw. Mm-hmm. What if it was... that's not okay.
Yeah.
That'd be the worst monkey paw.
Yeah.
So I'm saying with you, I'm not killing baby Hitler. I'm trying to make him live a different life. But I have access to time travel, obviously, if I've made it to this situation. Yeah. So if he lives this different life and he still fucks it up and does Hitler shit... I'm going back and killing the baby. He gets one more try. He gets one more try, and then I'm killing the baby.
I think, though, that maybe...
You're like, no, more. He gets more tries. No, he gets one.
I mean, I don't know.
It's do or die, baby.
You're going back and then killing him, huh?
Yeah,
You're going to redo it just to go back and do that.
Well, because if it's like the time machine and no matter what, that shit's going to happen... Yeah. I'm gonna try to figure it out.
Don't they always say? But
then I guess if it's gonna happen, it'll be a different guy, right? Maybe it was just the situation that was already there that created what happened. Maybe it would have happened differently. I get that. I get that point of view too.
Because everything you do, like if you had, like let's say you asked me if I wanted to go back in time.
Yeah, where would you go?
Yeah, where would I go or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that, I don't know where I would. Because the thing is, I would go to the future.
Oh, okay. Where would you go in the future? How far do you want to see?
Well.
Far?
I guess I would go see how, if they're still, Kardashians are still around, I guess.
Oh yeah, I mean they're mostly
they got all
plastic.
that fake plastic stuff going on.
Basically, you got to jump forward to see who lives longer, the Kardashians or that trash island out there in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, I guess exactly. Yeah. I'm just saying I would go to the future just to see what's going on.
Sure, yeah.
I don't
are we
know
Wall-E or are we Star Trek?
Yeah, what's going on? We're just
did we figure it out
on a ship? Am I walking around a bunch of trash?
Is it worth it? Right? Do you want to stick around at all?
Right, and then
because if you don't want to stick around, maybe you just go back to the '80s and do a bunch of coke.
Yeah, just go forward. Maybe I'll just go forward, just like
a little bit.
10, yeah, like.
Do you want to get to the singularity? Do you want to download your brain into a robot?
Figure out what will get me I mean, it's not going to help me. Yeah, any of that stuff's not going to help me.
Yeah, I get it.
But going to the past, I don't think I want to go to the past just because...
It was shitty? Everyone acts like it was good, but it was shitty?
There was no internet.
There are
so many things that I would, if you asked me if I would change them. Whatever.
Yeah,
There's so many things.
Oh, like decisions you've made and stuff?
Oh, yeah, really bad.
Like
I don't want to go
like if you could do... Well, no, we don't have to get...
But things that have happened to me,
yeah.
and bad decisions I've had, that,
if you could have avoided them, you would have rather...
tried to not have that happen.
Yeah.
But then again, I think... But I wouldn't have learned from them either.
And that's what I always think about, too. You know? It's like, would you go back with your brain and do things different? And it's fun to daydream about shit like, I'd buy Bitcoin. Because, I remember hearing about Bitcoin when it was less than a fucking dollar. I don't even think it was a penny. I don't remember. But, and then, obviously, I could have been rich. But, I don't know. Sure, fun, but what does that do?
Right.
For the most part, it's stuff where it's like, yeah, there's bad decisions I've made. There's shit that have happened to me that like I'd love to have avoided, but also it got me here right now.
Right. And I wouldn't have been here if that hadn't happened.
And you think maybe with age that we get to that like position? Because like I remember being younger and thinking like, no, for sure, I would go back. For sure. I'd go back, I'd change things. Things aren't great. But now, like, I don't know, I'm comfortable, right? Got a good house, good job. I get to have fun. I live close to my friends. Like, you know, I got things. Things are good. I feel good. I feel good about the person I am. But before I didn't. And so I think that's when you start daydreaming about, but like as you get established or find yourself, you're just like, you know, like, yeah, there's stuff I regret, whatever. But end of the day, I'm here, right? And I'm happy here.
Mm-hmm. And you're always, I mean, it's happened. You've had bad shit happen to you, but then every time yeah.
Yeah.
And I've had some traumatic
shit
happen.
Right.
And it's,
still hinders you to this day, I'm sure.
And if that stuff hadn't happened,
right?
You know, would it have freaking?
Would you have been driven to do the things that you love to do now?
I always, you know, I always have this deal where you know I didn't like my mom. I don't like my mom. She, you know, or whatever. But and I always, you know, I don't feel like she shaped me. Maybe she did shape me in a way that I didn't
in some
realize.
ways, probably
things I didn't want to do. I think I've learned some stuff from her for sure.
Well, absolutely,
some of that, you know. But also, if I hadn't done that, I wouldn't have been like I wouldn't have went to the military. Probably.
Right.
Not that I'm pro-military or whatever, or
sure,
anything like that, or anti-military or anything.
It would
have
changed your life dramatically had you
I don't
not.
think it helps everybody. And I don't think military it helped me because I was able to become my own person by going there. You know?
Right.
But I just said I'm not anti-military. By the way,
he is not. He is a former member of the military. Like he gets the discount at the movies.
But yeah, I said it.
But I'm not against.
But I guess what I'm saying is, it's freaking. If I would have been here doing this, I would have been here doing these things. You know, maybe I'd have been more happy, whatever. But changing those things, I think I would. I want to learn that stuff, and if I did, I would have. It will happen again because I hadn't learned at that point.
Yeah, that's kind of what Amber thinks is like if those things had to happen to you at some point because you had to learn those things, like because you didn't learn the lesson from it or whatever, and it probably would have happened. And a lot of things, and I mean, obviously some people, right?
I can't just tell myself either,
right? How could
every
you?
time I say, but I mean, like things that I've done. I try to tell people, I was like, hey, man, this is going to happen, or they'll still do it.
Oh, yeah.
They'll still do that shit.
For sure. And
they can learn themselves.
And I don't trust anybody, and I definitely don't trust me because I'm fucking full of shit. So, like, if I'm coming back and telling me something, I'm going to be like, what's this dude's angle? What's this fucking guy up to, huh? He looks like a scumbag.
Right. And I'm not I'm not Hitler.
Yeah,
I'm not very convincing. You
are not Hitler. No, you've killed far less people.
So, I have. I think I got off into too much of a serious.
No, I loved it. I wanted to talk about that stuff,
okay.
Because I think I think you're right too, though. Like because if you go back and we like change stuff, like you were saying, like you know, like you said with your mom, my dad. Most of the reason I do the things I do is because I have craved his approval my entire life, and it's something I've almost never gotten. I'm sure I have. Like, I'm sure he would disagree with that, so it is what it is. But, like, it's just one of those things where it's like, I keep wanting to do bigger, better things. I keep feeling like I have to... It stopped being him a long time ago. It became everyone else. I'm constantly like, I have to prove myself to everyone. I feel like everyone doubts me, and it's probably not even true. That's like an internal thing that I've just grown up with because of that. But when I meet people, I feel like they doubt me. I feel like they're like, this fucking guy? Like I just did like a second ago. I feel like they're just like, this fucking guy? He's the fucking guy? No way. Like, and I feel like I just constantly am trying to prove myself. And that's worked out for me, right? Like, it worked out at work. Gotta constantly prove myself. So I'm not gonna go back and change it. Like,
I don't doubt you, Matt.
Well, I know you don't. But I've known you for a long time. Yeah. See, it's when I meet new people, I'm always like, God, they probably they think I'm a piece of shit. They think
Right.
this. And it's because,
It's like when you're at work and you get a new boss, you got to reprove yourself.
Exactly.
New person. I got to
And it's
reprove that I'm the freaking dude.
and I do that with
I'm the value.
everyone I meet. It's constantly. I'm like, I gotta show them who I am again. I'm always trying to impress everybody. I don't know why. That's
So you wouldn't go back and change anything?
No, because it also pushes me to do this. Like, and I love everything I'm doing right now. I love writing. I love just talking into the microphone right here. I like telling jokes. I like having a good time making videos.
Would you go back and...
I would.
What would you go back and do?
If
Would
I
you go
was
back in
gonna...
time?
No, I probably wouldn't now, like I said, because I'm happy. But if I could, like, go and, like... Let's say you could, like, watch... like some video that like gave you like a recap like previously on, and you could watch like a recap of like a highlights of like what things that could have happened if you made different choices. Like if I could go back in time and I could really like focus on doing musicals and like improv and acting and stuff from a young age, I would love to see where that would have taken me. Because I did some of it, but I always focused more on football, so I didn't focus enough on it. That's the only one. Like, it's like I'd go back just to kind of see where that went, but I don't want to do that because I'm getting to do all that stuff anyway.
Would you go back and try to do something non-personal, like you said,
regular?
like yeah,
Dinosaurs.
we talked about.
I want to see fucking dinosaurs, man. I want to see that dude with the club. I want to see a fucking brontosaurus. I want to ride a brontosaurus. Yeah. You seen them big boys?
You want to get close enough to a brontosaurus?
I want to get right up
To
on
ride
its
him?
back.
Then you'd be dead.
Not if I'm on him. I'm not under him. I'm not under him.
Have you ride horses?
No, because they're not big enough. They're not
Are you
big. I'm
shitting
too
me?
big for a fucking
You're
horse.
not too big for a fucking horse.
Maybe not for a Clydesdale, but where am I gonna find one of those? I'm gonna go to fucking Budweiser and say, "Hey, give me a Clydesdale."
Why do you think you can all of a sudden ride a fucking brontosaurus if
So-
you never can ride a fucking horse?
So because they're a lot bigger. As
How
long
do you
as
get up on him?
so, I'm gonna grab a pterodactyl. I'm gonna like bait a pterodactyl.
Grab a pterodactyl.
Yeah, I'm gonna bait a pterodactyl in, and I'm gonna teach it like a falcon to fly me up.
So how long are you staying in fucking
Listen, I'm
Jurassic
probably not.
fucking park?
I'm probably not. I'm probably just gonna go back, look around, and realize that there's not just dinosaurs every foot, and I'm just gonna stand in a jungle and get bit by a mosquito and die from a really ancient disease. But I'm gonna look for a dinosaur anyway. I'd probably go back and watch some speeches, right? Like, there's probably some good speeches. I want to hear Abe Lincoln give a speech. Like, what did people think was good back then? Like, am I going to go back and he's going to be, like, really wooden? Like, that he's actually, like, kind of a shitty... Because you don't have any recordings. Who was he
You
listening?
just got him written down. That's
Yeah.
what he said.
Yeah, sure, right.
Yeah, what
Did
if
he sound good? What if it sucked?
Yeah, what if he stuttered?
Yeah, what if he...
And
yeah.
it was like,
What
took
if
him
he-
a while
yeah,
to get...
I mean, like, kind of like how, like... I feel like Biden
long
would look
time.
better in written form than he talks, like, because he's got some of that. Like,
Yeah.
what if Lincoln had that shit too? I don't know. I'm just saying, I'd love to see it. Because we got Martin Luther King. We got them. We can hear him. Dude sounds great.
Yeah, he's fairly
sounds
charismatic.
great.
Lincoln
Yeah.
seems to be fairly charismatic.
Yeah, you feel
too,
like he
though.
would be, so I'd like to hear it. I'd just like to see how it compares. Like, how do the great speakers compare? Napoleon had to have been a great speaker. Dude was fucking 4 foot tall.
Yeah.
Fucking 4 foot tall, and everyone in France was like, no, that's our guy. That's him. So he must have spoke good.
Yeah,
I just want to go back and hear everyone speak.
like Hitler.
Well, okay.
I listen
You
to some
can-
of his. I don't understand one thing he says.
No. He's just singing Rammstein
Yeah,
songs.
fucking. I'm like, what are you,
He's the Mars Attacks aliens.
why are you following this dude? I don't even know what the hell he's saying. Don't even know what he's talking
What
about.
famous person would you want to meet? Like, that's dead. Like, that's gone
Go
now.
back and see him?
Yeah, like if you go back and like watch, say, a Prince concert or something like that.
Oh,
David
watch a
Bowie,
concert. Yeah, because there's no way to like get to them.
right, sure. Like maybe you could watch
I
a
can't
Mitch.
I can't get to famous people now.
Well, right. But let's
Right.
just assume we destroy the rules,
Okay.
and you could
Rules
like
again.
Yeah, rules are
No
gone.
rules.
Let's just say you could talk to a famous person that's dead. Who would you like?
A famous dead person, huh?
Yeah.
I'm not good at.
Like Einstein.
I'm not good at making
science people.
I couldn't talk to those people.
Yeah, no. Okay, so
I would be too.
What about Abe Lincoln? Like presidents and stuff. What do you think?
I don't know what to ask. I suck
What if you
at
don't even
small
want
talk.
to? I was gonna say, what if you don't even want to ask? What if you're just like hanging? Like, is there someone you just want to
hang
hang
out?
with? Like Bruce Lee. I have him written down. Tupac.
Oh yeah, Bruce Lee. That would be cool.
Yeah, like if you could just hang out and he could just be like, "Yo, here's how to fucking kick some shit."
Yeah, maybe if it was like that last Hollywood. What's that movie?
Oh yeah. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Or he gets him on there and he's like,
it'd be funny to see the real Bruce Lee. So. I don't know. I just think it'd be fun to like go around and like collect. Like we could Bill and Ted it. Okay, we'll Bill and Ted it. We'll go around. We'll collect all these dudes. We'll get like Mitch Hedberg and Kurt Cobain and Tupac.
Yeah, Mitch Hedberg.
And we'll have like a big smoke sesh.
Kurt Cobain, good one.
Yeah, those
are two people who look the same.
Yeah, they do look exactly the same. I feel like they might be the twin.
Just get everybody that looks like Mitch Hedberg and
Kurt Cobain and Mitch Hedberg were the twin sisters from The Shining after like 2 decades of drugs. I don't know. I feel like we've talked about most stuff, how we think time travel works, how it would function, where we would go in our personal lives, where we'd go in history.
I think it goes, what if, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean
to
No,
I want you to, I wanted to make sure we covered everything.
So what do you think? So do you think you'd be able to do you think that we would be able to travel in time?
Do I think in reality?
And how would you know?
So
because there's no test, right? How would you test that?
It'd be basically impossible,
right? Because the only way to test it would be on yourself or something.
I think that's what a lot of these people.
I guess a camera. I guess you could.
I mean,
if you were able to visually do it, but then you'd have to get it back somehow.
Right.
How would you get it back? And how would you know how to get it back?
And I feel like this is what all these questions are like the questions that all the people in like your Glitch in the Matrix subreddits, your Mandela Effect subreddits, these are the questions they're all asking. Yeah. Is how could you even track it if something happened that was you? I mean, it's yeah.
I know, like Tesla thought he could fucking do it.
Yeah, he thought. Well, and I mean, maybe we can. I think maybe we can, and I really think that it's not time travel. I think we end up traveling to an identical of the infinite universes to the location that we're bending to.
Okay.
I do think we have time travel, though. I'll tell you how. Movies, home movies, pictures, all of that.
Okay.
Right? If reality is all just in our minds, if we have things that can take us back to these other moments that happen, that's time travel. Capturing a moment into a digital file and moving it to a separate moment, suddenly this past moment is happening in its future, our present. That's time travel.
You mean like Native Americans when they think you're still in your soul when they...
I mean, yeah, like the Aboriginal thing. Yeah, to some extent, it is. You're taking a moment. You're taking a moment in time, and you're removing it from its location and putting it in all these other locations.
Wow. So before, it was just painting shit.
Yeah,
or
right.
drawing shit on a cave
And then you
wall.
can't take that moment, right? That's just like a reference to a moment. A picture in a video, that's the moment. That's all of it.
What about digging up bones?
I don't think I'm a fan of that. I love watching all that stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, I love history and I love watching all the like dig 'em ups. Like, I go to bed at night and I watch what I call dig 'em ups, where they're digging up all the mummies and stuff. I like to think about being Brendan Fraser while they dig up these mummies. But I also think like, man, I'm not getting buried in the ground. Last thing I need 10,000 years from now is some dudes with some advanced super science digging up my body and making some cheap documentary show on Discovery 10,000 talking about how my ancient penis was tiny.
This dude jacked off a lot more than the normal person.
We can tell because we have these highly advanced tests that we can run.
This dude,
his sperm was so small. He had 7 testicles.
7 testicles?
It's like one of those desk toys.
How does that make it smaller? What?
I don't know. I was just riffing.
With 7 testicles?
Yeah, they get so small, they're like those little they become champagne grapes.
COVID cough again.
Uh-oh. Oh, my God. I'm going to get a call. I'm
immune. I've got immunity.
Oh, that's true. You're probably giving me antibodies. Cough on me a little more. So I think we covered, most of time travel. I don't think I would do it, honestly, given the chance. Now, ask me again when I'm like 90 and almost dead. Like, sure, I'd probably go back and just try to live my life again and have some fun.
Maybe if it was like a ride or something.
Ooh, where you could just like be in the head and just go through it all again.
Oh, they do have. That's what they did. The ones where you go back.
It's like that one Black Mirror, right? Where they had the hard drive where the memories were just recorded in their brain and they could go back and watch them. Dang, that'd be tight. It'd be so sick. It's like the holodeck in Star Trek. They go back to all the different times and stuff. They're like, I'm gonna go back in time and fucking, solve mysteries with Sherlock Holmes and shit. It'd be so sick.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, Sherlock Holmes. He was real.
Yeah, in this. They went to Old London. They made him. Hey, shut up.
But, would you go back and fucking get Jack the Ripper?
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be sick.
So, Matt.
All right.
I actually, how I knew we were doing this, right?
Yeah, you know many experts. I feel like
I do know experts.
This is heading.
I think, yeah.
Okay.
I found an expert on the dark web.
They need to turn the lights on.
Yeah, I know it was dark. It was MySpace.
Oh,
but it was like they had a post, and it's like
was this on Jeffree Star's page?
It was
Tila Tequila or whatever the other people that were famous back then were.
Yeah, but then I went off of one of those deals.
Mm-hmm.
Tequila.
Speaking of Hitler, Tila Tequila. Anyway,
yeah. I'll sleep with everything. And there's this particular post it had that their name was a bunch of like letters and symbols and shit. I couldn't pronounce it. Or whatever, and then but then they had
one of Elon Musk's
in parentheses it said like Pinky or something.
Oh, okay,
like that.
Pinky.
But then so then it had their contact information. It said they're from the future. Now this was a while back.
Okay,
this is an old deal I got when I started looking stuff up because last night when I started doing the movies thing, I was like, well, let me see what I can find, and then this one. Dark web.
Dark web.
So I got the number. I don't know if they're going to be there.
Okay, if they're there.
It's been years.
Okay.
Okay?
If they're there, I'm excited for this.
I want to talk to this person, see what I can do, see if we'll get... this is my expert.
The dark web.
So let's...
See, he gets on the dark web because he's trying to find a social security number smaller than his. So far, no good.
Yeah. 12. That's mine.
He's in the first dozen, y'all.
Okay.
We're talking top of the list. I would look at ancient Rome. I wouldn't want to spend much time there, but I'd look at it. I feel like they'd turn me into a gladiator.
Why is my phone going off?
Someone calling you? Oh, there it is.
There it is. Okay. Oh, it's ringing. We're ringing.
Hello?
Hello. Hello. How's it going?
Not bad.
Okay. I'm Paul Shields, and this is you're here with me and Matt Keck here.
That's me. I'm Matt Keck.
Matt Keck. We're the Bottom Boys.
The Bottom Boys.
And you're on the Bottom Boys cast. I got your name off of I was on like the dark web, and I got your name.
Yes.
Yeah, and your number. You had to it just had a bunch of letters and stuff on it, but then it said
those are words.
Pinky or something like that.
That's the name.
Yes, that is me. I'm Pinky.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and it was like it's been a while since that'd been posted. I don't know how long you've had that up.
Like Zanga.
But
Friendster.
It said you were from the future?
Oh.
That is correct.
Maybe Friendster 2.0.
Okay, awesome. What year?
How far?
Yeah,
how far in the future?
Well, my body exists in the year 2029.
Whoa.
2029 is where your body exists currently?
Yes.
Where does your mind exist?
Well, that's when I left. I assume if I go back, I would just go to the same spot.
Ooh.
What were you doing when you left?
Well, we don't move around much in 2029.
Oh yeah, it sounds like right now too.
Yeah. So in 6 years, are you here now? Your body?
Sort of. You see, I sent my consciousness back to the 90s. I wanted to live in a simpler time. And I ended up as the Christmas present of a young Cindy.
Ooh, a Christmas
Cindy got
present.
your consciousness?
Well, I appeared in a pink Furby. Actually, all Furbies are people from the future. That's why we're all so creepy.
Oh my god!
Oh, wow, that's how it works.
I really need to put batteries in those ones I've got in my basement.
Oh yeah,
I've got some tortured souls just begging for energy.
So you just talk to little kids?
Well, now I'm in a landfill, but I used to talk to kids.
Oh, so you must have Cricket as your cell phone service.
All those homeless guys I see got that Cricket phone.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
Well, it's hard to move around much as a Furby, you know?
Totally.
You like shake, right? Isn't that what you guys do? I don't remember.
They
Well,
talk.
it took me a while to break the habit of always shaking and repeating things that people said. But yes.
Do you remember how Furbies used to like set people's pacemakers off because of the frequency or whatever? Did you ever like kill a guy?
Well, that's because we were from the future. We could impact things magnetically.
Did you ever do that on accident?
I don't want to talk about that.
I understand.
Okay.
That's a sensitive
I think
subject.
it's probably the statute of limitations is
I mean,
up. Probably.
yeah, maybe.
Oh, well, in that case, yes.
Okay, great. Okay, awesome. Also, I'm not a lawyer.
Hey,
so
don't
I can't,
don't worry about it, man. You killed a guy. I killed like 10,000 Tamagotchis. We both got some deaths on our heads. I still haven't turned on my Nintendogs in like 10 years.
I don't know what that is, but
It's Nintendo Dogs. It was on the DS.
they're also people from the future.
Yeah, Nintendogs.
Okay.
Oh damn.
So why? Okay,
Well, my brother.
so
Sorry.
no, it's okay. No, I felt. Hey, look, I'm assuming you don't get a lot of calls at the dump.
No, this is the first one I've had in 16 years.
Well,
He's been talking to a copy of E.T.
My
Atari
best friend is a
for.
worm named Earl.
yeah, you've been playing those old ET Atari games. Is
Yeah.
Do you why I know that you put your conscience in, so why did you come back if you knew that you were going to be coming into a Furby?
Well, we didn't know. You see, in the future, our mind exists in a VR, and not the stupid TVs people wear on their faces today.
Right.
Actual VR.
Like a
And yeah, well,
Like a holodeck,
we were
like
we were
Star Trek?
scanning the past for possible life forms that we could inhabit, and for some reason, the programming of these Furbies just matched up well, and we sent ourselves into them. But we thought they were people.
Yeah, I could see a Furby being as smart as some people I know.
uh-huh.
I have at least 3 or 4 family members dumber than a Furby.
They're cute.
Not the family members.
The
Furbies are though.
That's what I meant.
So I guess what we're saying is you're cute. What are you wearing right now?
Well, I'm just dirty pink fur. Part of it deteriorated over time.
Talk to me, Daddy.
Did you have an owner? What happened to your owner? They just toss you, I guess?
Well, Cindy was, she actually named me Pinky. She kept me around for a couple of years, and then one day while she was at school, her parents tossed me out because I kept saying dumb shit in her room.
Okay.
Sounds like my last relationship.
Like what?
Well, I would hear them arguing, and I would repeat what they said. It's your fault, Bill. You get it.
Yeah, I do get it. Oh, Somebody else is trying to call me from the future.
This
What's
is-
a telemarketer?
Oh man,
Nice. Okay.
they always call right when we're having dinner.
I know. What's this?
We're
These guys-
chewing into our entree, and
How
they're
do
like,
I-
"Hey."
This is great.
And you never know what button to... That's not my thing
don't
with
know.
the
Which one
iPhone
is
things.
this?
Yeah, I don't know.
God damn.
How do you tell what... It's like, do you want to swap? Do you want... I don't know what I want.
Yeah, I know. And I just freeze up and push the wrong one, and then I hang up on people from the future. Are
Yeah.
you still there?
I'm here.
Pinky?
Whoa, we saved him. Thank God.
Yes, please don't leave.
Okay. Sorry. So, okay. So what happens in the future? Can you tell me that?
Well, yeah, in about 3 years from now, everybody decides to go to sleep and become an amorphous blob and exist in virtual reality.
That sounds so cool.
Everybody just decides to do that?
I decided to do
Well,
that way before 3 years
I
from
mean,
now.
You don't have to do anything physical.
I do that
It's pretty
like,
nice. You
now.
get to live in a life entirely of choosing. You can be magical or
Ooh.
whatever.
What about the
Fly.
sports people? What about people that are like big into sports?
Well,
And that's their only way to
people
get
who
into
play
college.
sports, with their brains become more famous.
Can I become Bo Jackson from Tecmo Bowl?
That's actually who I wanted to be when I sent myself back in time. But I ended up with Furby.
Oh my goodness. Is there anything going to happen that, maybe, look, you can maybe give us the down low on some
Stock tips or like...
stock tips, some numbers that might pop up.
I mean, you seem to be a classic...
Unfortunately, I'm afraid if I were to create a paradox, the world would implode.
That is unfortunate.
Is that what happens?
So let's say...
Yes.
What if you shared your location with me? Because you seem to be a vintage Furby in fairly good working condition, and I think I might be able to get a good price for you on my eBay store. So why don't you send me your location?
Well,
I could track his
All
phone, I
right.
guess.
Yeah, we'll get you cleaned up. We're going to get you cleaned up. We're going to get you to a nice antique store, get you on a nice shelf somewhere.
well, that sounds really nice. I'd be able to see faces again.
Yeah, maybe we can even have them point you towards like a TV or even like a computer so you could like watch their porn or whatever. We'll try to get you someone who's not too weird.
Yeah.
Like not
Ease me into
not
it.
a foot guy or anything, like a regular guy, like a guy who just
Well, I'm
likes.
open to it.
Okay, that's fine. I'll make sure he knows.
Is there, well, I mean, is there anything you'd like to share with, we're pretty popular.
Yeah, that's true. On
all
tens
the
of people
webs.
watch everything
Yes.
we do.
So, is there anything you want
fame.
everyone to know, maybe? Or will you
Take good
implode
care
us?
of your Furbies, please.
Take care of your Furbies, people. You heard it here first.
Well,
Clean them up.
you might be a little late. Okay. That's why you're on MySpace, is because you're from...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That makes
I get
sense.
it now. That does make
Yeah.
sense. That does make sense.
Yeah.
That does make sense.
But is there something new now that's better?
No, there's not.
Yeah.
There are new things, but better is just no. Nope. MySpace was
it
the
only
peak.
went downhill.
Yep. It just got worse
Well,
and
looks
worse.
like I picked the right one then.
You did. You really did. They used to have the secret shows. Tom's still giving a thumbs up.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Okay. How do you
Thanks,
pronounce
Pinky.
your name? Not Pinky? Or
Just Pinky is fine unless you want to call me XO1275ZX5.
Well,
Pinky?
XO12175ZX5, I just want to say this was great.
yeah. You've been enlightening. Again, one last chance to give us a little part of information that might not blow up the...
Yeah, anything that might make us rich.
Yeah.
Or just
Definitely.
upper middle class.
The landfill out of Phoenix, Arizona. Please don't fill it in.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
That sounds like a location to me.
Yep.
All right, thank you, Pinky. You've
Pinky.
been a true peach.
Thanks for being on the show, Pink. Sure. You know what? I'm gonna.
You've been
I'll call you.
furbalicious.
I'll call you
Call
on
me tomorrow?
tomorrow.
Yep, I'll see you
Yep.
soon. I'll see you soon.
Yep. You know what ghosting
Please.
is?
I'm
Okay.
starved for human
Bye,
attention.
Pinky.
Pinky seems like a nice guy.
Yeah, he did seem nice.
Yeah.
A little lonely.
I think we can. I think we'll hang
He's
out.
starting to get clingy there at the end.
Hey, it'll be
little
fine.
bit.
Don't worry, I'll get him. I'll get him cleaned up. I'll get him cleaned up. I work in Furby rescue services, so. Well, I suppose that's what we have for you today here on time travel. I think we've gotten to the bottom of it. We're not interested. Will we have time travel in this timeline? I think we have had it.
I said I
but we're
wasn't interested,
transferring-
but then I
now
think
you
I've changed my mind.
You are interested.
And then I would change some shit.
Paul's in.
I just decided to change some shit.
Paul's in. Paul's traveling. He's changing
so
shit.
these conversations get me
Yeah, get you
thinking where I wasn't thinking. Then I'm like, okay, yeah,
Maybe
I'll
I would
change
do
it.
a little.
I'll go.
Maybe I'll do a little.
I'll change some shit.
Maybe a little.
I'll fucking
Maybe just a thing or
kill
two.
my grandfather. I didn't even know my grandfather, so maybe I'll fucking.
I mean, maybe you'll live. You'll be the boy
Yeah,
who
so I'll-
lived.
That's how you fuck up the grandfather paradox. You don't
Harry
even fucking know
Potter. Harry Potter, the boy who lived.
If you go back in time, do you get stuck there?
No, I feel like we have a machine.
And you got to leave that way
It depends on if you have a. See, you could get stuck and have to figure your way
up?
back.
You got to live your way there.
Or you, yeah.
For the
I don't
however
hate.
long?
I mean, now if that's a thing, if no, I'm not doing it. Not doing it.
Yeah.
Not doing it.
I guess the whole corn dog thing, I would change that, I guess.
Yeah, that's
Mentioning
that's
that,
a
but-
good point.
Yeah.
All right, guys, thanks for joining us for the time travel episode. Bottom boys.
Boys!
Ouch.